Welcome back to the LeetCode series. So today we are going to solve the question number 3442, maximum difference between even and odd frequency of LeetCode. It's an easy question. So here we have given a string, then it consists of the lowercase English letters. Our task is to find the maximum difference between the frequency of two characters. Okay, so this is the string and we have to get the frequency of each character. Then we have to get the maximum difference between two characters. So there is a catch. One of the character has an even frequency and other character has an odd frequency. So obviously, some characters have even frequency and some characters have odd frequency. So how we have to calculate the maximum difference is return maximum difference by subtracting odd frequency with the even frequency, and we have to get the maximum difference. So what does it mean? Like if we have odd frequency and even frequency, we have to subtract even from odd, and we have to get the maximum difference. So for that, to get the maximum difference, if odd minus even is there, then therefore the odd number should be maximum and even number should be minimum, so that we will get the maximum difference, right? So let's get to the example. There are some A's, B's and C's. So A's are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and B's are 2 and C is 1. So we have two odd frequency, that is 5, 1 and one even frequency, that is 2. Okay, 5, 2 and 5, 1 and 2 is our even frequency. So to get the maximum difference, we have to subtract 5 minus 2. Then we will get the 3. So which is the maximum difference. If we do like 5, 1 is our odd frequency and 2 is our even frequency. So if I do 5 minus 2, then I will get 3. And if I do 1 minus 2, then I will get minus 1, right? So minus 1 is not my maximum difference, so I have to return 3, right? So 3 is my maximum frequency. So same follows over here. So I have 1, 2, 3 A's, 3 B's and C and 2 C's. So 3, 3 and I have 2C, right? So I can take either of the three, both 3's are same, so 3 minus 2 will be 1, right? So therefore answer is 1. So like that we have to solve the question. So let's get ahead. So before that, let's check the topics. So topics are hash table, string and then counting. So let's use the hash table to solve this question. So let me just import java.util.hash table. Okay, so first I will create one hash table. It should store character and then integer ht, then new hash table. So what I'm going to do here is, like, first I will calculate the frequency of each character, like A, 3, then B should be have frequency 2 and C should be having frequency 1, and I will store that frequency into the hash table. Good. So you know how to calculate the frequencies in the hash table, so I will just do that. Then after calculating the frequency of each character, I will keep even frequencies on one side and odd frequencies on in the other side, and I will just take the maximum odd frequency and minimum even frequency. So how I can do is, like, I can just take the array. So but array should not, it will not be dynamic array. Then what I can do is I will take the array list. Okay, array list will be dynamic thing. So what I will do is I will make two array list, which one is even and another one is odd. So in even array list I will add all the even frequency, and in odd array list I will add all the odd frequencies. Then after that I will just take the maximum from the odd frequency or the array list, and I will take the minimum number from the even array list. Therefore I can solve the problem. So I've created a hash table. Let me just calculate the frequency. For int I is equal to 0, then my I should be less than length. I have to get the string length, then I plus plus, then after that st dot put. If you have seen my previous video, this is the way how we can calculate the frequency. st dot get or default 0, 1 plus 1. Should not be 0, 1. It should be, yes, dot char of I, 0. So what I am doing is, so to put an to put an element in the hash table, what we do is st dot put, then I have defined the character and then integer. So here there will be one character, and after that I have to put one integer number, right? So s dot char of I, what it will do is, it will take out one of the character from the string s. So here is the string s, it will take the character from here. So it will take the character a and it will put it in the s.char of I place. Then it will check if the character a is present or not. How? Like s.char of I, 0. This st.get or default method, it will get the character if it is there. If it is not there, it will what it will do is, it will just simply put the frequency as 1. Okay, else if default frequency, if it gets the character, it will just increment its value by 1. Okay, you got it. Then let's go to the next thing. So by this I have calculated the frequency, right? So now what I have to do is, I have to calculate the don't try to calculate, I have to get to know which number is even and which number is odd. For that, modulo of 2 is equal to 0, then we will get to know which number is even, which number is odd, right? So for that reason, I will use one for loop and map dot entry. Okay, so this is the way how we can iterate through the hash tables. st dot entry set. So what is this loop doing is, map dot entry will take out the each element from the hash table, and it will store in the entries. It will store in this map dot entry, okay, in e variable. So character and integer, it will take out first character a is to 5, so it will store a is to 5. Then in the second iteration, it will get the b value, so b is to 2, it will store. Like that, it will iterate through all the st, and it will perform the operation that we have mentioned it to it, and that we have mentioned to it. Okay, so for that I have to first define an array list. Okay, I can also create one array, but the problem with the array is, like, if I create one array, let me name it as e1, okay, and new int, then I have to provide some length to it, like 10, 20, or just take it as yes dot length. So what happen will, like, even length has, okay, so even number has only we have only one even character. Okay, so it will just store 2, and rest of the length will be kept to 0. So therefore there will be so much of space complexity. So to avoid that, I can create some dynamic arrays. Okay, so I can create dynamic array list. I need just integer, So I will make one array list of integer, then is1 is equal to new array list, okay, for one even and one more for odd. Okay, so I have created two array list. Then I will check if by doing e dot get value, this e will get the value that is stored in it. So e dot get value, if it is modulo 2 which is even, then just even dot add of e dot get value. Maybe you got it, or else just let me just simplify it. Int val is equal to e dot get value. Maybe you will understand like this easier. Val and then okay. So what is this function is doing over here is e dot get value. For the first iteration, character a, the integer stored we have is 5. So e dot get value will take out the value as 5 and it will store in the value, okay, val variable. So after that it will just check val modulo 2. If it is 0, then it is like it's an even number. Okay, if it's not an even number, just add that number to my odd. Okay, odd dot add of val. So add is a function, to add an element in the list. Okay, so here I have added the even numbers into the even array list and odd numbers into the odd array list. Good. So next there is a function called collections dot max and collections dot minimum. Okay, this function is used, this function will help us to get the maximum number of the array list, and this function will help us to get the minimum number from the array list. Okay, so these are two functions. So what I will do is I will just create one variable int difference. Then I need the maximum number from the odd array list. So collections dot max of odd minus, and I need the minimum number from the even array list. So collections dot minimum even. Good. So our method is an int, so I have to return the difference. Good. So we got the maximum number and we subtract it from the minimum number and we got the solution. So let me just run it and check it if it works perfectly. Okay, semicolon missing. Yes, dot A should be capital. Both the cases run successfully. So let me just submit it. Good. So I got the 5 millisecond as my runtime. So can be reduced much. So some of the people have solved it in 1 milliseconds like that. So let's just watch out. Okay, so this is one way to solve it, but they have mentioned the topics, right? There's topic mentioned like hash table, string, and counting. The LeetCode is for you to practice, okay, not to just get some random solutions, right? There are multiple ways to solve the question. This is also a very good question, but this solution is not followed the topics, right? So you can do like this also, or if you have any other method, you can follow that method also. So I will also try to reduce the time complexity and space complexity, obviously. So like the time complexity, so it is big of n, Okay, again I will just try to make it more efficient solution. So let's meet you in the next video, and if you have any questions or queries related to any other questions, you can just reach me out. Let's meet you in the next video.